Running your own business and being self-employed is great, you know, having all that autonomy. But right now it feels ominous. Just not knowing where your income's going to come from if people keep cancelling and postponing events, yeah.
For the past 5 years, Gina Laska's florist business has been trading successfully. But the coronavirus outbreak is already hitting her bottom line.
Maybe over the last week, I've realised that people are going to have to start cancelling things. I was wondering whether or not weddings would cancel, which makes up kind of a large proportion of my business. And it seems like people have decided to postpone. Hello, Gina speaking. Yeah, sure. Look, I'll have to have a look into it and see what my staff bookings are like.
And it won't be just Gina's business feeling the pain.
We'll see what happens. I've got a great pool of freelancers and unfortunately this is going to affect them. I've already had to cancel a few of their shifts, which is really unfortunate. And the knock-on effect is inevitable from, you know, my flower wholesalers through to kind of every corner of the wedding industry, I'm sure.
I think at this point we are certain to go into a recession. The question is how quickly do we rebound out of it? Even in the case of a mild pandemic, which is where we are at the moment, the hit to GDP could easily be around 3% reduction in this year. And then as we use more severe assumptions about how many people are affected and how people respond, we can get up to about an 8% of GDP contraction in the economy.
The expectation is the government will announce a second stimulus package on Thursday.
The next round has to really focus on this idea that we need really for government to provide income to everybody in the economy to keep spending moving, but also to keep production continuing. My preferred option would be for the government to institute an income contingent loan where they offer businesses and they'll offer households a zero interest loan to carry them through this period of very weak economic activity.
I think the government can help and has a really important role to play, and that's mitigating the impact to those sectors and those people who are most directly affected. But this is not something that the government is going to save us from. We're all going to feel some pain from this.
The evaporation of confidence is hitting all parts of the economy.
Businesses go out of business, people lose jobs, retirees lose a big part of their savings. When we see those things happen, it will take a while for us to be able to really build back up and get the economy moving again.
Alison Watkins says Coca-Cola Amatil has seen a lift in supermarket sales, but a rapid deterioration elsewhere.
Now with the cancellation of major events, sporting events, entertainment, cultural events, it's many of those customers who rely on people being out and about and spending money and buying a beverage or having a meal. These are the ones who are really going to feel the pain and feel it quite dramatically.
The company is aiming to keep its workers employed even if things get tough.
We're stable, we've got relatively low debt, we've got good strong cash flows, and we have a really important role to play in making sure that we preserve our workforce.
The outbreak of the coronavirus has been the catalyst for the most dramatic hit to the global economy since the GFC. But a former senior executive at the OECD says the build-up of debt is what laid the groundwork.
These underlying problems that have been building up have almost been an accident waiting to happen. And the coronavirus is sort of like the pin that pricks the bubble. That's the trigger for a downturn that in some underlying sense was almost inevitable.
Around the globe, central banks have been attempting to soften the damage through drastic cuts to interest rates, including the US cutting to zero. The Reserve Bank of Australia is expected to cut its rate at a special meeting on Thursday.
Lower interest rates to deal with the problems that we currently face is not actually going to be very helpful.
The outbreak of the coronavirus has seen large share price falls in listed companies on the Australian stock market. The ASX 200 has lost 26% of its value since its peak less than 4 weeks ago. And although housing has weathered the storm so far, it could get hit next.
I would be surprised if the decline in the prices of so many other financial assets did not spark a decline in housing prices as well.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.